I have a new video for you guys because David Dobrik is in hot water for good reason. He has taken something away from his friend Jeff that he cannot replace. And this is the consequence of someone who exploits their loved ones for content. I mean, this whole situation has been under the radar. They've kept it a secret for months. With that many witnesses, speaks volumes about this group and its leadership. So let's get into it. So David Dobrik's friend Jeff Wittek recently posted a video on his channel titled How I Broke My Face. But really, it should have been titled How David Put My Life at Risk, because that is what he's done, and he has done this several times in the past before. David Dobrik is a 24-year-old influencer who has a huge following on YouTube. I must admit, I was definitely a fan of the vlogs back in the day. Even when Jeff came around, I was there for the first time that we saw him in the vlog, and David Dobrik had millions of people watching his content every week. But lately, he has been in some hot water. I mean, at this point, it is boiling because he has had scandal after scandal. First, it was the Seth situation. I don't even know if that was first, but that went down with Jason Nash, who you guys will hear about throughout this video. He's pretty much David Dobrik's sidekick in every one of his vlogs. Another one of David's recent scandals involved Dirty Dom, which we actually talked about this on my channel, and pretty much he was there and supported his friend as he committed a horrible crime. And if you don't know anything about that, definitely go watch my video, because that was really the beginning of David's cancellation. I don't like to use the term canceled, but a lot of his sponsors dropped him after that incident, and it resulted in him issuing 2 apologies. So there's a lot to catch up on if you are not familiar with this situation. But today we're going to focus on Jeff and what's gone down with him, because it's absolutely sick what he has been put through. And as everything is slowly being revealed, people are starting to realize how much of a monster David is. First off, Jeff Wittek did not appear in the vlogs originally. I mean, they have had characters go in and out throughout the years. I mean, Gabby Hanna was in it at one point, wasn't she? And you guys have seen what's been going on Twitter, right? But anyways, Jeff was a new addition. I mean, not the newest, but he's been around for a couple of years now. He is a 30-year-old man, and he joined the vlog squad after he got out of jail. He's actually releasing a docuseries kind of about his life and this incident. In the first episode, he talks more about his criminal background, and today we're talking about the second episode where he talks about the beginning of this incident. I do want to be upfront with you guys that I am not including any clips from the actual accident. There have been many clips that have been leaked throughout the months. Jeff and his lawyers have been trying to keep it on the down low and have been removing them from social media. But the clips are extremely hard to watch. If you go and try to find it, here is your trigger warning now, because it's insane what he went through, and this accident is extremely gruesome. But let's go ahead and talk about how this all came about, because David Dobrik stopped posting vlogs, and we all thought it was because of COVID. I thought it was. I thought he was being responsible, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to stop vlogging. And I think that's why he initially stopped. But then people were like, oh, maybe he stopped because of the Jeff incident. Well, that would have been too early because this happened last summer. Plus, he did come out with his podcast not that long ago, so if he was so damaged and triggered over the Jeff situation, he probably wouldn't have done his whole The Views podcast. Actually, throughout this video, I'm going to talk about what I think about David Dobrik as far as I don't know how to say morals or mental health or sociopath. How does he just move past this and just do his views and live his life and just even participate in this documentary after he's done this to his friend? I don't even understand how Jeff doesn't blame David at all. It's all very cult-like behavior, and I'm not trying to cast a whole judgment when there really isn't a situation there, but I'm starting to see cult-like behavior. And again, the fact that they've all been so silent for months now, I think speaks volumes about this. Are they all trying to protect David? Is it all about this documentary launch? Speaking of this documentary, it originally was a vlog squad video. So as you guys know, we thought that maybe David was canceling his vlogs because of COVID, but truly he was planning a new comeback. They talk about this in the second episode, that David actually sent the Vlog Squad group chat a video from a YouTuber named Devin Supertramp. This guy has 6 million subscribers on YouTube, and pretty much he posts videos of himself doing very, very daring stunts, something a professional would do. And it's like he wanted to change the Vlog Squad into this like group that does crazy stunts and just action-packed content. That was David's mission, and I guess everyone just has to be on board because they're part of the Vlog Squad. I mean, I'm sure if they didn't want to do it, they didn't have to, and Jeff did not have to do it, and he was upfront that he's going to do it, even though he was kind of scared. And throughout the video, you'll see there are foreshadowing moments. So pretty much the first stunt was actually them going skydiving. It was Natalie, Todd, and Jeff, 3 members of the Vlog Squad, and they traveled to the Midwest to go and skydive multiple times. Before they actually got to the place to do it, on the way, Jeff was talking about like passing away in the airport, talking about a death wish. There was also a moment outside of the facility where he was in the parking lot talking about how he is finally doing well in his life. He finally feels good about how he looks. His criminal background is clear, and now he is doing this. And it's again very foreshadowing to a very scary moment. And there's so much footage of him being concerned about this that I feel like, and like there's a part of him like is his aura or something that just knew that this was going to happen. There's a moment in this episode when Natalie, Todd, and Jeff are skydiving, and they decide to FaceTime David while they're on the ground, and he's literally playing video games. They are over here risking their lives while he's playing video games. I have no idea why he's not skydiving, but they're just tasked to go do it for the vlog. It seems very unfair, and I think it's very odd that David creates all of his content focused on other people. He has always been using other people for his content. Before we talk about the incident that happened with Jeff, I want to share a quick story with you guys very quickly. This is actually an old video that Def Noodles posted on Twitter, and pretty much David Dobrik is with an old friend, and he shares a story about how he took a pine cone and hit this guy's eye with it during a pine cone fight, and the guy got a staph infection in his eye, which led to him like losing like calcium or something in his hip, and he ended up having to have, I believe, surgery and be on crutches for like 4 years. It's actually insane how David is telling this story to the camera and just laughing so much. Like he didn't just change this guy's life forever and gave him a $10,000 doctor bill.
We were in the 7th grade. We were having a pine cone fight out like in the backyard area. Long story short, I threw a pine cone right in his eye. And this staph infection, it ended up eating bone marrow in his hip. He's on crutches, and he remained on crutches for 4 years when they told him that this would all be resolved in 6 months. He goes to a good college. Where'd he go? Community college. He goes to community college.
So that is an old moment, but I think it shows you guys that David gets off on people being in uncomfortable situations or in pain or anything. He just like laughs at it. And that's what happened with Jeff during his incident. So like I said, Jeff posted this video titled "I Broke My Face." And pretty much the last 3 minutes of the video is focused on the accident that changed Jeff's life. After the skydiving stunt went down, the rest of the Vlog Squad went to Utah to go meet up with Natalie, Todd, and Jeff. They met in Utah at a very shallow lake. Actually, David and Jason took a little like Mercedes like SUV type car RV moment to the spot to go and meet them. So many people from the Vlog Squad were there. Scotty, I mean there was Corinna, and they all came there to go to this shallow lake with an excavator, a piece of heavy equipment used for construction work. The first thing they did with the excavator was take Heath and Todd on a tube and spin them in circles. At this point in the video, you can tell the machine is extremely strong and very fast, and they're in really shallow water, so there's not a lot of cushion for them to fall on. The second trick they did was Todd going on the excavator with like a snowboard, like a wakeboard type moment, and he was like skiing through the water, which looked fun and all, but still, again, a very strong tool that was going way too fast. The third incident involved their friend Corinna, who has been a punching bag for the Vlog Squad for years. And honestly, there needs to be like some content out there, I don't know if there is, of like Corinna being crapped on by the Vlog Squad, like a compilation, because there are so many moments where they just talk down to her. I always felt bad for her watching her in the vlogs because she was just like bullied. Anyways, she got onto the rope that was hanging from the excavator and has like a handlebar, so she put her foot on there and David started swinging her around. She obviously got very uncomfortable and she was yelling at him to stop. Actually, in this moment, she says, "You always take things too far, David," which I think is foreshadowing and haunting to what's about to happen. So the fourth incident and the final thing to happen involves Jeff. And pretty much Jeff wanted to go onto the rope and swing out in the middle of the water. And I mean, David just did this with Corinna and saw how scared and uncomfortable she was. The rope was swinging all around. It was out of control. And of course, he is so excited to go take Jeff out in the middle. And Jeff was down for it too. I mean, he wanted to create a moment for the vlog. So they go out there and they start spinning and spinning. And I'm not going to show you the moment when he hits because it is extremely hard to watch. But he spins, and David just stops like right away. And of course, he is still spinning in air. So he flips back and he hits the metal side. You can hear it in the video, guys. It is so like hard to watch and listen to. He hits it so hard where you hear his body slam against the metal. And remember, Corinna got in there with her foot on the bar. So he flips back, his foot still attached to that rope, and he just hits the water with his foot still hanging from there. The water is only about like a foot deep, so there's really no cushion there, and everyone starts freaking out. I mean, when Jeff was being spun around, David was laughing until boom, he got hit, and then David like switched out. But of course, he had one arm on the tool, another arm on the camera because he's got to capture it on film, and everyone rushes to Jeff's rescue. The fact that they just went to go swing Jeff on this thing after they saw how unsafe it was with Corinna is such a bad idea. And I honestly think it's evil how David was just laughing so hard while watching Corinna like, you know, fear for her life on that thing. And then here comes the questions about the excavator. Like, does David have a license to operate this? Do you need to have a license to operate this? Was there an insurance person there? Was there a medic there? None of those answers seem to be clear, and I feel like there isn't a person there. I mean, if you look at the clips, you'll see there are tons of people on the beach or the shore or whatever of this little leggy swamp thing, but none of these people look like they are EMTs or anyone who can provide medical services, which in my perspective makes it clear to me that David has no concern for anyone's well-being. Was he ever going to go get on that swingy thing? You know he was never going to. He was going to drive it and film it, but he would never do that to himself. And I think that speaks volumes about his content and stuff. Like, why is it always other people? Like, why isn't it him? I mean, I get it, he's vlogging other people, but it's not okay, especially when he puts these people in compromising situations time after time. I mean, so many people now are coming forward, and this situation, it just makes me think that David's just not a good guy. But I don't know. I feel like this cult energy, it doesn't even matter if David's a good guy because Jeff seems to not blame him at all. And honestly, that's Jeff's prerogative. If he wants to forgive David and move on, that is all up to him. But I feel like he could have sued David for this. I don't know if maybe David gave him some footage to use for this as like a, I'm sorry, here you go, have the footage, make your documentary. Screw the Vlog Squad revival or whatever. But it's not okay. I mean, thankfully, well, okay, David was going to cover his hospital expenses if there was going to be any, but actually someone, a doctor, is working with Jeff for free to help him recover. But someone asked him about this on a recent Instagram post, and he clarified that David would have, but there's a doctor already covering it. So lucky David, he gets to save some more money because he already lost so many sponsors. As for Jeff and his episode, it's not too clear like how Jeff is doing at the moment. I mean, he's still scarred up. His head was busted open, guys, and he's got damage to his eye. It's a lot of damage that will last him the rest of his life. I mean, I don't think he'll ever be cutting hair ever again. That was his career at one point. If you guys are like, who's Jeff and what do you mean he's cutting hair? He used to cut hair, and the theme of his YouTube is like his barbershop and everything. So it sucks that David took this part away from him. And it is David's fault. I mean, it's part of Jeff's fault, but it's also a really big part of David's fault, and that's why he's being held accountable by like national media. I mean, E! News actually posted an article about this. So maybe Jeff doesn't want to hold his leader, you know, David Dobrik, accountable or, you know, blame him for this. And I mean, David is in Jeff's documentary, so he's obviously a part of it and comfortable talking about it. He has no shame. So I guess if Jeff has moved on and David's fine with it, then the world should be. But there is a human reaction to seeing this happen, and there's no one who can deny that this is not a really gruesome moment, and it's really hard to watch. And actually, YouTube is taking action against the video, and they have age restricted it. Jeff posted on Twitter, I basically can't even show my own face anymore because my injuries will get blocked and age restricted. Honestly, I'm not too sure why Jeff's video is getting blocked, because the video at the end where it shows the incident, it's very blacked out. You really don't see what happens. You have to look at the leaked videos to see the actual hit and hear the noise of it. But that sucks for Jeff, I guess, that he wants it out there. But I also understand YouTube trying to like protect themselves and rebrand themselves as glorious, getting rid of like James Charles, demonetizing him, and getting rid of all these problematic people. Even though I know on the down low, they're always going to be here. Like, I'm sure David Dobrik will have his comeback. But, like, which friends will be there? That's the question. Which next puppet is he going to have? And I honestly feel that way because of how he, like, just portrays the Vlog Squad and how he only films other people. It makes me think that they're all his characters. They're so replaceable. At the end of the day, they're just props. They're all props for him. And actually, there's a TikTok I want to share with you guys where David talks about having a gay person put into his Vlog Squad. And he wants them to be, you know, outrageous. And it just shows that these people are just items at the end of the day. He just wants a character to put in his show.
But if he comes out as gay, good on him.
Be good for your vlog.
I would love to have a gay guy in my
gay
vlogs.
Character.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
But he'd actually have to be gay. I don't want like some fake gay.
Yeah, you want like a real gay.
Like the real thing.
Yeah.
Like the guy who will, you know, on command, who will take him back and have a good time with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A gay guy. That's the thing about my vlogs.
Got good taste in shoes.
I'm missing an Asian. Like a funny, like...
There's Asian guys that live across the hall. What happened to them?
Yeah, there were these Asian guys that knocked on our door. They're like, hey, if you ever need Asians in the vlogs. And these guys were like the perfect Asians. I'm like, yeah. You guys seem like you got it. But yeah, and a gay guy in my vlogs, which I would love.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have that whole thing.
I'll link that original TikTok below in the description if you want to go check them out. But David is definitely feeling the heat for all of this. He's been losing a ton of subscribers. He's lost 320,000 in the last couple of weeks, and it's only going down from there. So I don't know if David's going to put out an apology. I really don't think there's anything he can do at this point because it just sucks. It's a very horrible situation. It should have never happened. And honestly, thank God that Jeff is even here. I mean, that was an insane incident, and maybe because he's super fit and just everything good happened. I don't know how he survived that. I mean, I don't think I would have. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm not trying to be like a hater to David, but I do hate what David has done because I used to watch him and I used to enjoy his vlogs. And now that we've slowed them down a bit because it was all so fast, we're starting to realize what exactly was going on there and who was at stake, because so many other people were at risk when he was just benefiting off of it. Trying to put people in situations to get a good clip to put in his vlog so that he can please everyone else. And I mean, I guess everyone is kind of to blame for giving this man a platform to put these people in these dangerous situations. But then I also question, like, where is his assistant? Like, Trisha Paytas put out a tweet, like, you've got all of these people here and you cannot go and hire a medic or anyone to take care of your friends. So there needs to be a realigning of responsibilities. I remember, was it him that said he wanted to put like an HR department in his vlog? Remember him when he said that in his apology? He's like, oh, let's do an HR moment so that people can report when they feel uncomfortable.
I want to have HR, and I want to be able to have people communicate discomfort in a way that's comfortable to them.
I don't know how realistic that will be, but he needs way more than an HR team. He needs a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a package to open from my P.O. box, and it is from someone named Gracie, and it looks like she has a company called Love Brain Co. So let's go ahead and open it. I have my P.O. box listed below, and I'm so thankful when you guys send me something. It's so special. I actually don't know how I'm going to open this one. Let's see if I can just tear it. I do have my sword here, though, but last time I used this, I feel like I really injured myself, and I'm not trying to get injured in this video about an injury. Ooh, let's go. Okay. Packages are so hard to open. Like, no wonder none of these mail people open, like, these things, because it is way too hard to open. Ooh, so what's going on here? I'm so hyped. A water bottle. I totally need this because I'm taking a little, like, vacation this weekend. Oh, wow. There are so many good things here. Okay. Lots of little goodies here to unpack. A little stress ball, which I probably could use. I'm over here always, like, kind of tapping and moving. Dear Sloan, thank you so much for being an incredible mental health advocate. Your videos have helped me to see celebrities struggle with mental health, too. The fact that you're raising awareness for them and other people of these horrible things is so incredible. My name is Gracie with Love Brain, a mental health apparel company. Oh, that's really awesome. I want to honor all these different things that people have to deal with. Thank you so much, and thank you for having an incredible voice in the mental health community. Oh, I really appreciate that. That's so nice. Thank you, Gracie. I really appreciate that. So let's see what her company's all about. It looks like it's called Love Brain, which I love that. It's got a whole little bracelet right here. I've got some cards here, so thank you. I'll have to check these out, and I'll list everything below. Oh, it looks like this is actually Gracie right here. That's so cute that she like puts herself on the card. I love that. It's a little bit more personal, you know, you get to see who this person is, puts a face to the name. She gave me a couple of bracelets, which I love that. I can give those to a couple of friends. Here are some stickers, which I am so about. Hold up, let's see what is going on here. We've got a bunch of different shapes. Love Brain. Oh my gosh, wow. There's so many, and they're big here too. Look at that. Mental Health Matters. I love these. Oh, it looks like so you can shop these from their store, so I will link that below. Thank you so much, Gracie. And she sent me a couple of pens, which is great. I actually just got a notepad recently, so this would go great with my notepad because I don't have a pen. I always end up chewing them up, so I'm going to try not to chew this one up, but I cannot promise. This is probably my favorite thing. This keychain with the brain on it. It's so cute. I just love how it's got the brain and it's like mental health. And then finally, she sent me a t-shirt, which I am so hyped for. I always wonder like what you guys send me because like what do you think my size is? But this one is a medium, which works perfectly for me. I usually either get medium or large. I'm definitely not a small, but look at that. Wait, you are worthy. Oh, that is so cute. Thank you so much, Gracie. I really appreciate that. And definitely go check out Love Brain. I will link it below, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.